Hi guys, and welcome back to another reading vlog. I decided I want to do like monthly reading vlog slash like cramped in with things I do in my day or weekend or whatever. My previous reading vlog that I've just filmed is actually going up tomorrow. I'm filming this on Saturday, so I'm ahead of the sort of month one, I suppose, but I just wanted to get started. So I filmed some clips yesterday because there are two stacks of books on my desk that in a video that I filmed perhaps 2 years ago now, and I did film one last year, but I ended up like either half editing the video footage and like not putting it up, and I think I might just go ahead and like go back and view the footage and put it up anyway. But it was basically going through my stack of unread books. So I had about 4 books left on that one stack. So I cleared all of that away and picked out the 4 books that were there. So from memory, and I'll put the clip on top of my head as I'm talking, from memory I think there were like 5 books in there, and one of them like I have 2 copies of them. So I am going to tackle that basically for this reading vlog, tackle those books. I have a feeling one of them is going to be a DNF because it just sounds so boring to me. I actually want it, but we'll talk about it later. But one of those books that I'm going to pick up is Black Wings. At the end of my other reading vlog, I said I was going to read this in the hair salon whilst I was getting my hair done. Didn't get the chance to do that at all, was just talking and then looking at my phone and stuff like that, so didn't get to do that. I wanted to talk very briefly about this. This was a 5-star read for me in the end, and I just absolutely loved this. I feel like, because so I am part of this like program, it's called a manifestation program. I wish it was called more than that because I feel like it's so much more than that. In it there's inner child work, there's shadow work, there's like all these basically different workshops and like love, money and all these sorts of things. And it really is essentially, for me, it feels like that work that I've been doing is like the roadmap so that this makes sense to me. And this book reminds me a lot of other self-help books that I've read, where it talks about shadow, where it talks about inner child, and it talks about, you know, things that you can do to sort of become like more your spiritual vibe and like, you know, more centered in yourself. And I've always read books like that and thought, wow, great, but I've never known like how to do it. They don't really lay out the foundation for these things, and I think perhaps a lot of them also have like programs attached to it, so you're supposed to like follow the program. But I'm such a skeptic, like I'm just like, oh, will it really work? And I just never really want to dip my toes into the water or anything like that. So I've been doing the program that I've been doing for about a year now, I would say. I actually like the way I found it was through Googling, and then I listened to the podcast, and after a few episodes listening to the podcast, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to bite the bullet and buy this because, you know what, I've never done anything like this in the past, and let's just see what it's like, and I absolutely love it. So this talks a lot about like somatics, inner child work, shadow work, and a lot of just like working on yourself essentially, but she does it in such a delightful way. And yeah, for me this made so much more sense to me because I feel like I've already had the roadmap. Otherwise I think I would have read this and I would have liked it, but I wouldn't have taken any of the points really any deeper than having read it, you know, like it wouldn't go beyond my learnings after I closed the book. This book does have journal prompts in it as well, so if you're someone who likes to do journaling, there's loads of journal prompts in here. The work that I already do sounds so twatty saying the work, but the work I already do already involves a lot of journal work, so I haven't done some of these journal prompts, but there are 2 or 3 I marked out in here that I do want to do. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'd be keen to see what my friend makes of it. I think she will really enjoy it, but she's on holiday at the moment, so I'm not sure she's actually read a lot of it. So we're actually going quad biking later today. I've been to the gym, so I'm quite tired now actually, but I am going to edit one of my other videos that I filmed last week, and I'm also going to play the new Sherlock Holmes game because even though I bought it, I haven't really played much of it, so I'm going to do that. And yeah, try and have a nice weekend. I'm trying to keep my weekends as free as possible because I feel like my weeks are quite busy. I am 4 weeks now into a 6-week poetry course, and that happens every Tuesday, so I've got 2 weeks left, and I am 2 weeks into an 8-week salsa course, which is really exciting. So yeah, and that's on Wednesdays, and then Mondays I try to go to yoga, so I just feel that I only have Thursdays and Fridays, which is fine because Fridays up until the end of August I think I get to finish at 1 PM if I put in an extra hour each day. But yeah, so I just feel like I try to keep my weekends as free as possible, as fun as possible. But we're going quad biking because I actually got a tax refund, and because it was unexpected, and I have this sense now of just like wanting to do the things I always say I want to do, because I just feel like money just flows out of my bank account anyway. So if I don't do the things I want to do, then I'm just going to be like, I'm poor and I haven't done anything I want to do. So yeah, really excited to go quad biking, and it was really good that I got that refund. I did split it into like 3 sections of how I was going to spend it, and yeah, this is one of the fun sections. So yeah, I'm excited to read this. I actually read one chapter last night and thought it was okay. This is actually a proof copy that I got from London Book Fair in 2019, I want to say. Yeah, and we're reading it now, so... But so far, so good. I actually read the other one of these proof copies earlier this year as well, and it's part of a sequel, and I actually really enjoyed the first book, and I really want to get the sequel, but I'm so bad with series. Like, I will read one and be like, oh, okay, and completely forget. So yeah, welcome to the reading vlog. Let's see what it brings. Hello. I am looking at the books that I want to pick for the Reading Around the World project. It's August, and the country for August is Japan. So yes, I had to join on a month where there was a plethora of Japanese literature out there. I really wanted to do it because I wanted to read more from around the world. This is a project started from the Bookish Land. I will link her channel down below. I've been meaning to join for I think she started this last year, and I'm just lazy. I'm just one of those people, I want to do stuff and then I completely forget. But this month I'm making it a priority. And so I actually did a bit of research today because I was watching her video and she mentioned some Japanese mystery. I was like, oh my god, that sounds amazing. So then today I was just doing some research around other Japanese books, and I know there's so much Japanese literature out there. I've read quite a bit of it myself, well, a very minuscule amount, but for me I've read quite a bit, but I just didn't want anything that was already out there and just so heavily publicised, because I'm just I would just be reading them because they're always in the forefront and always really heavily published, publicised and marketed. So I did a bit of research online, and then there was a section here that said Japanese mystery, and I was like, yes, that would be perfect for me. She mentioned it in her video, but she said she would do another separate video on it. But I think that's going to come at the end of August, and that'll be too late for me because I'm going to take part in it now. So I found a couple here. I'm recording my screen, so we'll switch to the screen recording and I will show you the three that are the contenders for me. I'm going to start with the first one. The first book is this, which is My Lesbian Experience with Loneliness. This is obviously not a mystery novel. I say obviously, it could be a mystery novel, but I think this was in the LGBTQ+ section of Japanese literature, and I thought, oh, that sounds quite interesting. I actually think it is is it manga or is it a comic? One second. If we look on Goodreads, it will tell us. Yeah, it's a manga. So I thought, oh, that could be one. That could be one that I get a physical copy of, because I think it'll probably be a lot better to read it in that sense. And then I ended up whittling down my choices of the murder mystery books to 3, but then I'm now dropped down to 2. So 3 books in total I'm considering. The first one is Murder in a Crooked House. This seems to be a closed mystery. No, a locked room mystery. Maybe it's not this one. But you can see here sort of what it's about. A crooked house that sits on a snowbound cliff. I think this is the closed room mystery. So here's a sleuth that we have, and he solved the murder of the Crooked House. I'm pretty sure one of Agatha Christie's books is called The Crooked House. I don't know that I've read that one though. And then this other one is, again, another one, The Deacon's House Murders. This is a Japanese cult classic mystery. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what it is, but Pushkin Press published both of them, so maybe they're the ones spearheading the translation of literature for Chinese mystery. But again, this is another one that I'm quite interested in. A lonely rockbound island, I don't know how to pronounce that, is notorious site of bloody unsolved murders. Some say it's haunted, but it's about a group of university students that I think basically are amateur sleuths. So I thought that sounded quite nice because it reminded me a little bit of the Thursday Murder Club, but obviously not, because in the Thursday Murder Club they're very old. But apart from that, it's a group of people, amateur sleuths, solving a crime. But this one sounds a bit more like horror-like, and it says here, as the party are picked off one by one, the survivors grow desolate, turning on each other. So I don't know that that's really for me, because I don't want the thrill element alongside the mystery element. I never like to really feel like my sleuths are in danger, so I think I'm going to end up reading Murder in the Crooked House. I just realised this whole time I've been saying, I think it's a Locked Room Mystery. It literally says along here it's a Locked Room Mystery. The other book that I had for consideration, but after I was like, nah, I'm not really that interested in it, was this one, so the Honjin Murders, which is a series. I believe, is this one a series as well? Maybe. This seems to be number 2, actually. I didn't realise that. Oh wow. I hope I enjoy this, because I like when I find that there's tons of this. But back to this. This is a Japanese classic murder mystery, and I don't know, it just didn't seem that appealing to me, if I'm honest. And the main reason for that is, like, on the night of the wedding, they're woken by a terrible scream, someone has come and left no trace, and someone's killed them, and I'm just like, I don't really care about people getting murdered on their wedding day. I'm sorry, I do. So I think I'm going to end up choosing, well, yeah, The Murder in the Crooked House, and then I'm going to get this. But I'm going to get this on my Kindle, and then I'm going to get this as a paperback. I've never read a manga before in my life. And then, yeah, hopefully I like it. So I'm really excited for those 2 picks for August. I have just finished reading this, and yeah, I might have to do, I have thoughts, and I will speak about this, but I'm not sure when. I'm also trying to whittle myself through these stacks of books as well. This is obviously a repeat, but these are the books that I have that were on my desk that I'm trying to get through. So read one of these, give the other one away. This, I'm sure I got given at some event. I think everyone got a book, and I'm predicting that this is a DNF because it sounds really boring, but who knows. And then this is a book that I got from that event ages and ages ago when I did a book haul, which I will link above. And this one's quite easy. I can just dip in and out of it, really, because it's not really one that you read front to back like that, but this one sounds cute. It's The Little Book of Sloth Philosophy, How to Live Your Best Sloth Life. So yeah, that's where we're at with reading. Actually, no, the other thing to say is I finished listening to Dial A for Aunties today. I don't actually think I said I was listening to it. And I've started listening to For Aunties and a Wedding, which is the second part in that mystery. And it's enjoyable. It's like a murder mystery, but it's focused on a Chinese-Indonesian family. And it's just fantastically voiced. It's quite funny, it's quite witty, it's a bit silly, really, how the whole mystery and things happen, but there's some really funny parts, and I'm just enjoying the theatrics of it, really. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to ordering these 2 books and seeing what I make of it. And after I finish these stack of books, I'm also going to order myself like at least 2 books of like maybe new recent releases that I want to read, or something that I've been wanting to read for ages, before I go and try and tackle the next stack of books. Hello everyone. So I was editing this vlog yesterday, and I'm just going to end it like where it's ended, but the last bit of clips that I was showing was when I went to this book fair in Kelvin Grove. So I thought I would just show the 3 books that I got there. I have been like super busy for the past week, so I've just literally completely forgotten to vlog, and I went back to all the footage and I was like, this just shows the earlier part of the month, I'm just gonna put this up. So the first one that I got was the Casebook of Sherlock Holmes by Arthur Conan Doyle. I thought, why not read a classic, as I'm into detective stories now. This was £2 at the book fair. I should say I didn't think the book fair was all that, but managed to pick up some nice gems, so I guess it wasn't too bad. I also picked up this. I don't know how you can see it with that lighting, but I was a bit hesitant about picking this up because I did read another one. So this is from the British Library Crime Classics. It was £2, and this is The Methods of Sergeant Clough by Jill North, and I believe this is a series. So it says originally published in 1961. This is the second book in the series of Sergeant Clough detective stories. I've forgotten what I was gonna say about. Oh yeah, so I've read another British crime classic, which was like set in Scotland a while back, and it was a locked room mystery. I didn't really enjoy it, so I don't know how much I'll enjoy these. They're completely different concepts, but I just don't know if perhaps the books in the British Library Crime Classics are for me. That book is very slow paced. I found it very boring, and I just don't know if generally it's just not, the collections are not for me. And then the final one I picked up is the 13 Problems. I was going to say the 13 Body Problems, but no, the 13 Problems by Agatha Christie. This is a Miss Marple collection of short stories. I have actually already read this because I listened to it as an audiobook, and I think it's actually one of my favourite Miss Marple so far, because it just contains loads of short stories, which I just like because you get more of the mystery in them. But this is one is like them all telling ghost stories essentially, but they're not ghost stories, they're mysteries, and each person knows the answer, but they're just trying to get everyone else to figure it out, and as usual Miss Marple is the one that always figures it out. So it's quite nice. She's an armchair detective, like these are all things from the past, so that's quite nice. So yes, that is like my mini haul from that book fair. Thank you so much for watching this vlog. I think I'm just going to do a part 2 where I talk about like Black Wings and perhaps some of the other books that I mentioned in here, or I will do like separate videos on them, because I did finish the 4 Aunties and a Wedding, and because I've read both of the books, or listened to both of the books so closely together, I am just going to review them together. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you in another one. Bye.